I love the way you hold me. Kamusta na po kayo mga people? If you can hear me, can you just say something like how you feeling, where you're from, what province are you sitting on right now? Any one of those would be great. Will help us get acquainted, get started. If you can just hear me, just say the words, where you're from, anong trabaho mo, anong tindahan ka, umibili pag Pasko, and yeah, stuff like that. Or what's your favorite animal? Yan. Yan. Or yan, very good. Chicharon and pastillas. Like, what is the delicacy of your probinsya? Yan. Sabihin nyo lang sa amin sa chat room. So at least we don't have a boring, can you hear me? Can you hear me? And all that junk sinasabi sa start ng webinar. Let's begin to telling us, ano bang hilig nyo sa buhay? Yan. Mas maganda yun. Kesa, can you hear me? Talaba at Bukopay. Saan kaya yun? Saan of the land of Talaba and Bukopay? Anybody know where it is? Okay. I'm just gonna get some files and we can get started. We have a guest today. It's EJ Arboleda, who is the CEO. I don't know the IOs. The CEO of Taxumo. Actually, probably more than just Taxumo, but that's all I know. And he's going to help us with his app. Now, his app is actually 1 year old this month, and this is a Philippine app, one of the very rare Philippine apps you will encounter on the planet, actually. That actually, from my point of view, it's a very good app that can and will plug in that hole of people, which is you need to pay taxes and you're afraid. Or you're not afraid. You just don't want to admit that you're afraid to pay taxes. Or yung nahirapan ka mag-compute, you've heard from other people na this tax thing, it's not easy. And that's really true. It's not easy to file. Accountants are not easy to talk to and stuff like that. And it will be great if you can get some insights on how this Filipino entrepreneur and with this team has created probably one of the best apps that you will see that opens up a lot of potential for entrepreneurs to help themselves be compliant with the government. Since we are in this kingdom and some of you will want to have this massive, you want to increase your earnings at the same time. When you increase your earnings, you want to open yourself up to income. And one of the ways to do that is register your income, register your company. And when that happens, you'll have to taxation. And how do you open yourself up to that taxation, right? So, and you don't understand it because you may be afraid. So to help you with that, I think it's a good chance for everyone to be prepared for growth. Can you just type that in? Are you here to be prepared for growth? I think, yeah. Anyway, in the afternoon, after this session on big earnings and taxes and how EJ's app can help us, we will be doing some reminiscing for the previously conducted Date with Freedom, the live event last Saturday. Meaning to say, we will look at pictures and we will just say stuff about pictures, just trying to understand what's up, how do we feel about that event. I hope you don't mind. It's going to be a 2-hour webinar today because we're going to spend the second hour just looking at pictures, reminiscing lessons we've gotten from the Date with Freedom live event. You guys up for that? Can you tell me in the chat room? I want to remember. Ayan. That's the reason why we want to reminisce. We want to remember. Okay? I'm just setting up I'm delaying tactics because I'm setting up my secondary thing called Facebook Live, right? Facebook Live. Setting up the Facebook Live. Just a moment, please. I don't know where it went. This won't last. will not last if I don't charge it. I don't have a charger. Gusto ka niya the electric panel. Ay, one lang. Just a moment, guys. Still setting up some chargers so we don't hit offline when we start. Okay. We'll just go offline if I just start without a charge on these gadgets. Okay. And done. I'm gonna start live streaming this soon. Hi, we're beginning the Facebook Live. Oh wow, we're live. Thank you very much for joining. This is Jomar Hilario. You learn how to prepare yourself for big earnings and taxes. With me is Mr. EJ Arboleda, the founder, I think, and CIO, CEO. EJ, what's your rank? I don't know what to call. I don't know what's your position in Taxumo, but we're gonna find out from EJ tonight how his app, which his app was able to address this major concern by most people, which is, how do I file my taxes? I can't even understand it, right? Tama, di ba? So hi EJ, good morning.
Hi Jomar, good morning. Hello everyone.
Hello, oh, you can hear EJ's voice, masayahing tao siya. Okay, di ba? So, everybody just say hello to EJ, especially those in Facebook Live. Welcome everyone.
Hi. Hello.
Hello. So,
you're here.
I'm just fixing up the screen. Okay, so here's how we do it today. By the way, we haven't met. For those of you who don't know, we haven't met at all. But anyway, I do believe in their product, which is Taxumo, because it is one of the first things I've ever seen that simplifies one of the hardest things in business, which is tax filing.
Yes.
Right? And if you ever had a conversation with an accountant about taxes, you will agree with me, it's one of the most confusing things on the planet. Lalo na if it's Philippine tax. So it's wonderful that somebody has finally created an app that helps us with a quote-unquote simple task of creating the right tax filings. Now, everybody, can you just type the words, are you registered? Or sa gobyerno as a virtual professional? Type niyo lang, are you registered or not? Or gusto niyo ba o hindi? Just type it in so we have an idea. I'm pretty sure some of you are not registered. So Nina's here. Hi Nina. Obviously you're registered. Hindi, itatype niyo kung registered kayo o hindi. Sheila. So si Anne is registered sa government. Now, one of the big reasons why we have EJ here is because if you're not registered, which is okay, you're registered, you're just beginning, you're just learning the stuff, and you're not yet registered, okay lang naman. But you probably want to be open to exponential earnings. Can you just type that in? Are you open to earning more? Okay, type nga, I am open to earning more. Now, one of the big secrets to abundance is being open to earning more. Now, if you're open to earning more, one of the big ways that you can express that to yourself or to God or to people around you, is to register your business, which is kind of strange. Parang, bakit ganun? Bakit register your business? Ganun eh. Some companies will deal with you if you have a registered business. Some companies don't say that aloud, but they will only work with you if you have a registered business. So especially if you're a freelancer, quote unquote. Okay. So if you are open to that, so open to big earnings, open to be hired by really big companies, not even the companies that we see sa US, even local companies, they would want you to be registered. Even, I'm not talking about Filipino companies lang, okay? About even foreign companies. They want you to be registered in the Philippines. even if the deal is quote unquote simply for virtual social media management. Okay, so if you're interested, then please continue. So, EJ, papakilala lang ako sa mga people because there's
Sure, yes. Go ahead.
strangers in the house. This is how we do it. I introduce myself to everyone. Every webinar, I just give them some words to explain who I am, especially those who have just joined us for the first time here. Hey guys, can I ask you for your help? Hindi, you cannot pala, no? Ako na lang gagawa. Sandali, I have to do something. Okay, so my name is Jomar Hilario, and I am a trainer for virtual professionals. I've been doing this for the longest time pa ni Jurassic Park. Yan. Yun, nung nag-show yung movie na Jurassic Park, I think I was teaching virtual professionals then. Back then, it was, let me show you a picture of me in 2009. I was teaching kids. This is the Bene of Brother Bo Sanchez. Let me show you the picture. I was teaching kids online marketing during that time. Not virtual professional or tawag mo sa term natin, virtual assistants. No. I was teaching people how to do online marketing in 2008. And the photo that you're seeing is from 2009. And Ben is now a teenager. So you should know how old this thing I've been doing. Anyway, so I taught entrepreneurs, Brother Bo's friends, really rich people, and employees and how to earn from the internet using, I think, autoresponders and stuff like that. Now, fast forward, I've been recently a speaker in all of Brother Bo's financial events, including the Speakers Bootcamp, Best-Selling Authors Bootcamp, Sales Letter Bootcamp, and all that stuff. Brother Bo only did those events once, and I was very, very blessed to be one of the main speakers in all those events. Especially, of course, you already know I am one of the main speakers of the Truly Rich Club Wealth Summit happening every March. Well, on the stage, I feature people who have earned money on the internet using the platform called freelancing or virtual assistants or virtual careers, as I call it. So that's me in a nutshell. I've been a trainer through and through because I am, everybody type the word madaldal. And yeah, that's actually the truth. I'm so madaldal. Recently, I've been learning how to, talk slower. And I hope somebody noticed that when they attended the Date with Freedom this weekend. Okay? I hope you noticed that. Wow, Jomar is talking slower today. Okay? Wait a minute. I'm just sharing the live feed. I can't find my live feed. Where's my live feed? Where's my live feed? No. Where am I surfing this from? Anyway, so that's my short story. We can now proceed with our guests. Oh yeah, please do stay after EJ. We're going to look at pictures of our of our events. Last weekend, we had a big event last weekend, Virtual Career Summit, and we're just gonna look at pictures and reminiscing lessons because the hangover, big event hangover. It was my biggest event of the year, and I think it's unfair not to look at the pictures because a lot of the people here are not even there. They weren't able to attend. Okay, so let me check if there's any more slides here. Yeah, these are. Oh, wow. Okay, so why are we here? We're here because of the presence. Our presence is more important than our presence. All of us are here not to learn virtual assistant or virtual careers or to earn money online. That's not the goal. Our goal is very simple: to express our love through time, to be able to be in the memories of our children tomorrow by being with them today. Advantage of every tool, including Taxumo, that can reduce work, reduce stress, and increase productivity so that we can set aside more time for our family, for vacations, for teaching them basic stuff in the short time we have with our loved ones, our parents and our kids, that we can, like for now, Lucia's behind me. She's just quiet, but she's just like trying to listen, not being obvious. I know. So we are joined by the almost 60 million American freelancers. There are very few in the Philippines, about 2 to 3 million only. And we're fortunate to be here to discover this today. I'm done. Let's go to EJ. Hi, EJ. Good morning.
Hi, Jomar. Good morning.
Yan. I don't have a slide for you except for the main
No,
slide. So back to that one.
no worries.
Ito to. Let me show you EJ's artista shot. Saan nakita nyo? Oh, there it is. Yeah. So this is EJ something's wrong with me. It's me. Something's wrong with me. EJ Arboleda. That should be very simple. I have friends na ganyan ang last name from Los Baños. Anyways, EJ, you are a computer programmer. Tama ba ako? You know, like Java and stuff?
Yes, my background is computer science.
Yeah, pareho tayo. So, saan ka nag-specialize sa loob ng computer science?
Well, I got into yung career ko started with service management and project management. So hindi talaga siya tech.
Hindi talaga tech. Okay.
Yeah,
okay,
but after sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, okay lang. Keep going.
I said I was saying lang like I did that for like 12 years and then I moved to an advertising agency. So sobrang layong jump, no? In that advertising agency, I was doing more tech-based work na talaga. Yun, medyo mas hardcore. We were creating like UV sensing pendants and Kinect applications and stuff like that. So medyo bumalik ako sa first love ko, which is really the hardcore stuff. And then after that, I moved on to Taxumo, which is where we are now.
Wow, okay. So tell us the story of that Taxumo. I know there is an origin story na or may not.
Oo. Yes, tama. Meron talaga kasi it all started kasi you're familiar with Ginger, right? So Ginger Arboleda who owns
Wala ko asawa ni EJ but not EJ. Okay, go.
Yes. Most people actually ang kilala si Ginger kasi sobra namang PR si Ginger, no? But it started with her kasi she had a small business and I noticed na siguro for a week every month galit siya sa akin. So I don't really know ba't siya galit sa akin, ba't siya stress, etc. So I asked her and I found out it was because she was doing her taxes. It was really something that was really, parang medyo, it takes an emotional toll on her. It's very stressful. Tapos minsan may penalty pa, so naiinis siya kasi bakit may penalty? Stuff like that, no? Also, in the past, medyo she's had like bad experience, bad luck with the accountants she was able to get. Siguro mga twice na siyang tinakbuhan and she had to pay like the last time was she had to pay like 25,000 pesos in penalties on top of taxes.
Took the money? It took the money?
Wow. Medyo hindi naman. Parang hindi lang final yung sinasabing final, no? So it's very, very painful for her on taxes. So it really started there. So what I did was I asked her, ano ba yung ginagawa mo? Paano ba yan? She showed me and we created something that ran on her computer only. So it was a very simple application, mostly Excel on her computer. And we saw that it was able to drive down the time she was spending on taxes. Siguro dati she would spend around 2 days to a week every month. Now, 15 minutes na lang, mga ganon. So we thought that's something that may be of value also to other people who are in the same boat. People na, they don't have a full-time accountant with them. Hindi sila corporation na may team of accountants doing their taxes, right? So it's just her as a solo entrepreneur. So we thought there are people in the same boat who are probably having the same problems. And that's where Taxumo started. We scaled up the solution into a web application, which it is now. So the taxumo.com, you can visit it there.
Yun, ang galing. So you guys, there's a journey to this, right?
Yeah.
Kwento, sige, whatever you want to tell. Do you have slides?
I do actually. But I don't think I can share.
Okay. Hindi, I'll stop my share, then you can share.
Okay.
Ayan, pwede ka na mag-share.
Oh, there we go. Sige. Paano ba ito?
Huwag ka mga alam, mahirap talaga yan. I don't like it, but ganun talaga.
Ayan. Do you see the slides?
Yeah, it's nice.
Okay, sige. So actually, I am when I spoke to Isabel, I thought I wanted to give some value also to the guys in the call, not just sell Taxumo. So what I wanted to do was start with some FAQs in a section I entitled FAQ taxes, frequently asked questions about taxes. So we've done similar sessions before, Jomar, and we noticed these were the questions that people were asking. No? But of course, if there are other questions, then we could answer them. But yeah, but sort of starting with this, no. So number one, why would I want to pay my taxes? So that's a question we always get, and the answer is, of course, it's our national duty. We have to pay our taxes. Some people actually enough na yun. They feel that paying taxes is a badge of honor for them. So that works for them. Other people naman, we've noticed they need their ITRs kasi nag-a-apply sila, gusto nila pumuntang Japan, magbabakasyon sila. So to get a visa, they need the ITR. No? So that's what we noticed also. So some people, they file ITR so that they have basically proof of income to get the visa. And other people, they need it for a loan naman. Because if you're not employed, you don't have your payslip from your employer. So the best documentation you can actually show for these types of applications is your income tax return. And ito lastly, and this is something that Jomar also mentioned kanina, when you're starting to work with bigger companies, when you're starting to scale up your business, if you have the proper registrations in place, then you'll be able to demand the rate you deserve. Kasi we noticed, we have some friends who are influencers and they're not able to demand their rate kasi wala naman silang OR, hindi naman hindi matanggap na maayos yung mga PR agencies that they're getting them because they're not able to produce the documentation needed. So they settle with lower rates, no? And I'm sure this is also true with other with other companies. As you mentioned, in the States, kailangan registered ka kasi syempre meron diyang AMLA, anti-money laundering. So they can't just show that their money is going into, the ether somewhere. They have to make sure that they have to show documentation that it's going to a legitimate business in the Philippines. So that's why they have to, the bigger ones especially know that, there's more overhead when you get these requirements and they're willing to pay more. So medyo, it's something that you have to decide actually on your own, given your situation. Is this something that makes sense for you na, no? So there. Oh, sorry. Having said all of this, I'm not an accountant. So I'm sure you could get more real accounting advice, but this is really, much of this is from our experience, our interactions with people who are in the same boat as us. So that's where all of this is coming from. Okay, so let's say you're now convinced, okay, mag-register na ako, fine. So these are the steps you have to do. So the first thing you have to do is make sure your TIN, your tax identification number, is in the right RDO. So if you're employed previously and you're moving into a virtual career, like for example, in my case, I was employed in Makati before, so my RDO was in Makati. But when I started doing some consulting work, some freelance work of my own, I had to move that RDO to my home, which is Taguig. No? So I had to make sure that was the first thing I did. So make sure your TIN is in the right RDO. It's a very, very straightforward, painless process actually, surprisingly, given that it's BIR. They're very quick naman to do that. After that, once your RDO is in the right location na, then you register na. You fill out an application for registration. Medyo redundant, no? Application na registration pa. Pero that's what they call it. Form 1901. And then, some people kasi, they think that they have to register as a sole prop. Actually, you don't. In my case, since I was mainly doing services naman, I registered as a home-based, non-PRC professional. So I didn't need to have the DTI registration. I didn't need mayor's permit, all of that. No, I really just needed the and then this.
Ang tawag ulit? Home-based, non-PRC.
Home-based, non-PRC professional. Home-based, sabi mo para magamit mo yung address mo as your address.
Okay.
So marami nang nag-register sa kanila. So they're pretty familiar already with what you guys are doing naman. So shouldn't be a hard explanation naman to them. And then after that, and this varies depending on the RDO, no? But you either get an authority to print receipts, and then meron silang parang partner printer that you can have your ORs printed with, or you get an occupational tax receipt which you get from the City Hall, no? So depende sa RDO nyo kung ano yung re-require nila. In my case, I had to get my own receipts printed by the printer na partner nila, no? Then after 1 week, I got the ORs and I also got the COR, and that's it. So you don't need, as I said, you don't need DTI, mayor's permit, etc. And that's enough na in terms of registration, especially for virtual careers. No? All right. Okay, sorry. I might be sniffling a little bit and coughing sometimes. I got sick from a friend who visited last weekend. Parang nahawa yata ako. So I apologize in advance for medyo gross. So the forms that you should file naman here, they are, we have monthly, quarterly, and annual. So if you, the most basic like entity in the Philippines, like you're a home-based professional, you would have to file 16. That's 16 forms in 1 year, no? You'd have to file the monthly sales tax forms, and then the 3 quarterly forms, and then of course an annual income tax return, no? So when you say monthly, there are 2 types of taxes kasi there's percentage tax and there's VAT. So VAT is what we're most of us are familiar with, the 12%, no? So it really depends on your gross income. If your gross income is less than or equal to this amount, which is 1.9 million, then your percentage. If it's greater than that, then your VAT. From a cost point of view, usually it's cheaper to go with percentage because percentage is a flat 3% tax. So especially if your business is not naman heavy on costs, like a lot of service businesses, they're not, diba? Kasi nga, virtual professionals, there's not really a lot of costs that you could tag under that business. It's really cheaper to get percentage. So normally this is what virtual career professionals get, no? And then income tax returns, as I said. And then if you're VAT, meron ka bang quarterly VAT. So another thing, if you're VAT, medyo mas maraming forms, no? You have to file 20 forms. And then finally, ito na yung April, every April, your income tax returns, which is 1701. So those are the forms that you'll have to file as a virtual career professional, no? Some of us still have a day job. So in that case, your day job naman, di ba, your employer withholds taxes. You include that information only in your annual income tax filing. So basically what happens in your annual income tax is you compute your dues and then you tell them, and ito yung dues ko and then ito yung withhold sa akin ng employer ko. Magbabangga yun ngayon. So may ganun siya, no? All right. And this is the last question on my list. But this is something that a lot of people go wrong with, no? Kasi some of them, their client withholds taxes and they think they're done. So the client gives them a 2307 form, a withheld taxes form. Actually, you're not yet done because you have to still file a report. You have to file the return pa rin. Just indicating that, ito yung amount na withhold sa akin. So magbabangga lang siya, usually lalabas 0. But you still have to file that return. Otherwise, the cheapest penalty of BIR, let's say it's a 0 tax filing, wala kang due, pero you miss the deadline, it's already 1,000 pesos automatically. So yun, so medyo may overhead. All right. And now this is where we come in. This is where Taxumo comes in because the basic tax workflow is it's a very time-consuming process. You have to fill out the forms that are pretty complicated, and then you have to go line up at the bank to submit your forms, your returns. No, normally you get bulked with it normally takes siguro a few hours because talagang buong araw ka pipila doon kasi everyone syempre is paying for their taxes. And you're part of a bulk line transaction, no? Now banks, they don't prioritize you because normally the people who pay there are not clients anyway. So hindi nila pinaprioritize. So okay lang sa kanilang matagal na kapila yung mga tao na nagbabayad ng taxes, no? So it's a very time-consuming process. And this comes from personal experience. There's something we call tax bill shock. So, yun nga, as I said, we don't have an accountant on hand. So maybe a couple of days before, we ask the person, oy, magkano na yung tax namin? And then they tell us the amount. And then, oh my God, wala na kami pera, inikot na namin. So, so it's really tax bill shock that we called it. No? So, how we're solving it with Taxumo is this. So the idea is that we wanted to make it as simple as possible for the users. So you just enter your income and expense. No? So you enter your income, tag it appropriately, your expenses, tag it appropriately, electricity, etc. And then what happens, and this is also if you have withheld taxes, then you can also enter the details in a form that we provide. Basically, you just copy from the form that they'll give you and their clients will give you. Every income and expense you enter, you'll see the taxes calculated in real time. So hindi ka na nagugulat, alam mo lagi how much you have to set aside. No? And in one click of a button, the forms are automatically filled out. So you don't have to understand the complicated tax forms to be able to fill them out properly. We'll fill them out automatically for you. Also, submission is through Taxumo. So wala nang runners, hindi na kailangan mag-submit electronically. Just press the button and it's submitted through Taxumo. You also pay through us. So what we did was, kasi right now, the only option available is banks, no? And other financial institutions. So what we did was we opened up channels for people. You can pay via PayPal. I'm sure most of the virtual professionals have PayPal. You can pay using that. You can pay with a credit card. So yung mga tao nagbabayad sila ng taxes, they earn points. So may ganun sila. Of course, you can pay via bank, online. You can pay online. You can pay via non-bank, via Center, LBC, etc. So we opened all of those channels. And once you pay, that's it. You're done. That's Taxumo. So tapos na yung problema mo with taxes in just around 15 minutes. No? Okay, and then this is our cost, just to share with everyone. So we are at 4,495 a year for basic annual. So that covers monthly percentage tax, yung mga 2,551, yung percentage and VAT, percentage at this point, and your quarterly income tax. If you want your annual income tax to be covered also, we have a premium annual plan that costs 9,495 a year. So in a month, in terms of like effective monthly cost, it's very competitive at 795 a month for premium and 375 a month for basic. The current alternative, like for example, if you get an accountant, it's I think mga around 2,000 pesos the last I checked. No? So it's fairly competitive naman. Yun, but wait, there's more. And Jomar, I used your picture. I hope you don't mind. Kasi we created a special code.
Okay, surprise.
Yeah. Yun, JHVCA, Jomar Hilario Virtual Career Academy. No? So we created a code that gives you an additional 1,000 pesos off of that rate. No? So the prices now go down to this, 3,495, which is around 300 a month basically, and then 8,495, which is around 700 a month, no, for premium. So this is something that we thought now we wanted to give also to your listeners, to your viewers also, because we felt that virtual careers is really something that helps a lot of people create their own path in life, basically. And that's something we want to support because that's our mission at Taxumo. We want to help small businesses thrive and succeed. We want to help people do what they're passionate about and be successful in that. Because you didn't start a business to pay your taxes, right? You started the business because you're passionate about something. You started your career, your virtual career, because this is something you really want to do. You like the free time, you love it. But if tax compliance is eating into all of that, then it defeats the purpose. So, we want to free you guys up from all of that and allow you to focus and be successful in what you're doing. And that's it. No, there are 5 founders actually. There's Ginger and myself. So we take care of IT, and Ginger is ops, respectively, and marketing, of course. Evan on the left here is in charge of marketing. And then Mark and Kevin on the right. So they're the CPA and tax lawyer, respectively. So in terms of domain expertise, we have that. No? Hindi lang basta accountant, but really a tax lawyer with us doing it. And yeah, and that's it. That's Taxumo, Jomar, and everyone. No? So yeah, and maybe I guess at this point I'll ask if there are any questions. Sorry, I wasn't looking at the chat. No? So how do I do this? Yeah. Okay.
It's okay. You don't. It's okay. Usually hindi naman kami nag-interrupt when somebody's talking.
Ayun. Ayun.
After na lang. I have to look for the chat. Also. Yeah.
Yes.
We have 2 chat rooms, one in Facebook Live, one here. Lamang ko nakita though. Yeah.
So I think some questions for 1 year. Yes, this is 1 year. Can we have a copy of the slides? I think, kasi for the FAQs, is that it, Raquel? Kasi if that's not it, I would recommend you just message us. You can go to taxumo.com. There's a little button on the bottom right, and you can ask all of your questions there. Kami yun sumasagot sa inyo. So yun. Yes, Nina also mentioned that people can sign up for free for 30 days. That's right. Yes, you can sign up for 30 days, try it out, see if it's something that fits your workflow. And then the code that I provided, which is JHVCA, Jomar Hilario Virtual Careers Academy, expires by October 31. No? So yeah, so there.
So let me show you guys where you're gonna use that code. Okay, so ito lang. So you go to the Taxumo website. You make sure you make an account, and then somewhere there is a subscribe button, manage subscriptions, and then at the bottom, the lower left corner, there's a promo place there. You put the word, hindi Jomar, you put JHVCA instead of Jomar. Okay. And that's where you're gonna use that code. Right dito sa lower left-hand corner na yan. JHVCA, para makuha niyo yung 1,000 off. Hindi.
No.
It won't work. It won't work.
Instant dropping.
Okay. So don't use the Jomar code.
Yeah, actually, guys, medyo ginulat din namin si Jomar. Kasi originally it was Jomar. But we were talking amongst ourselves. We decided, we can give them a better rate. So actually, kaya Jomar, sorry medyo nagulat yata kita. Kaya naging JHVCA.
Okay lang. Okay lang yan. Pwede ka naman i-edit ngayon for fun. Hey guys, it's time for you guys to ask questions. So please do. It's pretty rare, lalo na for someone to come to your rescue and help you with taxes, even though you haven't filed anything yet. Great to ask. They made the app, so
yes,
I understand how it works. So I understand. But just my guess, no? You got a good relationship with the BIR because of this.
Yes, you're right. Actually, we've been working. Medyo niluluto namin to Jomar since 2015. Kami ni Ginger. So kausap na namin yung BIR dun pa lang. So we've shown them the system. They're happy with it. They actually want us to expand it to other tax forms. Pero sabi namin, wait lang, ito muna. So yeah, so it's parang approved naman by the BIR.
Tutuwa sila kasi hindi nila makuha-kuha na virtual.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, so
kuha na nila. Though ako welcome ko naman yan kasi nga I understand the value of being attractive to abundance. Pakitype nga mga friends, you gotta be attractive to abundance. Kahit na ang pangalan means to an end ay BIR. Still have to be attractive to that. See?
Yeah, it's a tool more than anything, Like your registration is a tool that will help you get bigger clients, for example, or get you to that place you want to go. So it's really just a tool.
Yeah. Just want to share you guys a story probably hardly anyone ever knows. I know someone, kunyari hindi niya lang sinutukoy ko. I know someone who got a virtual social media deal with a foreign company. The foreign company is not it's a $1 billion company. Okay. By the way, guys, hindi niyo pa narinig to part na to. And one of the big things na hiningi nitong foreign company sa kanya ay tax registration papers. I'll tell you the rate. Some 120,000 pesos a month for a no stress social media management ng Facebook account. This is several years ago. When I say no stress, they didn't really monitor what the guy was doing. Just bahala siya. And this deal ran for about 4 years. Isipin mo, because the guy had, or the girl, kasi anonymous, di ba? The guy had a tax registration. The company did not, hindi sila natakot na makipag-deal with this freelancer. And 125,000 pesos for stress-free Facebook management. Pwede na, di ba? Sabihin nyo nga, pwede na ba? Yun lang. Narinig niyo ba ako? Hindi ko sure eh. Okay. Okay. So, ano sa mga tanong ninyo, ha? Nasaan na? Pwede din daw ang doctor. Nagsasagutan na sila. Yes, I'll just say it for the sake of those who can't read it in Facebook Live. The question is, can small businesses use it? Yes. Doctors, lawyers, yes. Other professionals, yes. PT, OT. Basta mga professionals, yes. Mga PRC license, pwede, yes. EJ?
Yes, pwede. Architects, gano'n pwede.
Okay.
Pwede rin to, for example, you dabble in real estate. Nag-agent ka for real estate and financial advisors. Yun, marami din kami users na gano'n. Yun. BMBE certified naman, Ma'am Lisa. Yes, pwede. Kasi you just don't file income tax, basically. But the monthly you still have to file. So, you can still use Taxumo naman.
Somebody's asking, si Lisa, she's asking, do you file now or by the end of the year, the beginning of the year? So
you file every month if you're registered. So yeah, as soon as you get your certificate of registration, you start filing. So ganun siya.
Oh, EJ, this is a tax question. Maybe, yeah. I think you know that. Is there a penalty if you start your virtual year and you're not registered in the BIR?
Okay, so this is a tricky one to answer, no? Kasi penalty naman will only apply if you're registered and you don't file properly, basically, no. From my friends who have been in the same situation, kasi what they think is hindi pa naman sila earning enough to like get registered, so may ganun sila. Hindi naman sila na penalized when they told BIR na, I want to register na and ready na ako to register. So hindi naman sila na penalize yung mga yun. Of course, the BIR is starting to get wise. Like all of the transactions right now are like electronically linked. Like for example, if they see you buying a car, they would start questioning, paano nakabili ng kotse to? Wala naman tong income. So they have all of that information. So they suddenly go after people, nagugulat na lang, and they make examples of those people, no? So unahan muna before that happens. That's my recommendation, really.
Okay, that's actually a good recommendation. You always want to be prepared before you need something.
Actually, kasi pag nag-penalty nga, wala na. Minsan, jajaryo pa nila yan eh. Kasi example ka eh. Alam mo yun? So, yeah.
So, tama ako, no? Si Eds is saying, if you're a corporation, Taxumo is not yet fit for that.
Yes, that's right. We're really geared towards... Kasi corporation, naisip namin, may accountants na yan, di ba? May team na sila, hindi na nila kailangan. So we're really helping people on their own, sole proprietors, professionals, freelancers. Yun talaga yung main target namin.
How about non-profit? Somebody's asking, how about my non-profit? Is it appropriate?
Non-profit. Actually, it depends. No, there are some. Kasi the tool we created is fairly flexible. So what we recommend is message us on the site taxumo.com. Message us and talk to us, and we can help assess if this is something that would work for you. Kasi if hindi naman namin, I mean, we won't like force, I mean, we won't ask people to register if it's not something that will work for them. So, you know, that's something that we also help people with, if it's something that we can help with. Hello?
Yun lang naman. Lang kami. So guys, nawala si Jomar. Pasensya na. It's my fault. Anyway. So,
Okay.
can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay. So how's been you've been at this for a year, tama ba ako?
Oh, you're right. Yes,
Yeah.
actually, we started September last year. That's when we incorporated. And yun, so medyo lampas 1 year na. So it's still very new. So we really appreciate, you know, our user base because we love it when people give us feedback. And nakita nyo, the site really keeps on improving because it's really based on what people share with us and tell us. No? So yeah, so that's sort of a synergistic relationship we have also with our user base.
Ay, sandali. Sorry.
Sige lang, sure.
I'm trying to get the Facebook Live back. Wala sila.
Oh, no. Problema ko rin lagi.
Hindi kailangan kasi magkahiwalay na network para mag-work yung live at the same time gawin ito. Anyway, so yeah. I'm trying to get them back up kasi it's Facebook, right? So sabi ni Sheila, someone asking si Dearly, sabi niya, so the first step is to move the RDO using a very simple form na napakadaling gawin.
Yes. Oo. Kasi, well, if you like live in the same vicinity as your office, then chances are you're in the same RDO. So what you have to do is you have to check the RDO of your office and ask if your TIN is there. And if it is, then have it transferred to the RDO of your address. Tapos may question din si Miss Sheila, hindi ko na kailangan ilipat yung TIN ko if same province lang ako nagtrabaho. I think I'm not sure lang, Miss Sheila, if Bulacan has just one RDO. I think iba-iba rin siya. So you might want to check sa BIR website naman, nakalista doon yung mga RDOs and ano yung parang coverage nila. So if your home and your office before is in the same RDO, then you probably don't have to change your RDO.
If it's a really far place like Pampanga and Bataan, the Plinky.
Normally, normally.
Na RDO yan. Sure na hiwas na RDO yan.
Pero ganito, ang reco ko is, kung ano yung pinakamalapit. Let's say, for example, ako, ang nag-register ako originally sa QC. So for the longest time, my employer didn't ask for my RDO to be changed. So it stayed there. So what I would recommend is maybe go to the RDO nearest you or where you initially registered and ask muna. Kasi baka naman chances are hindi naman siya nalipat also. So medyo may treasure hunt na nangyayari, looking for where your TIN is registered. But the good thing naman is you can ask naman anywhere and they'll tell you where. Although yung form to transfer, you have to file in the right RDO.
Hey guys, do you have a personal question? Human being question. Ako may question ako. Pang ilang startup mo na to and how was the experience of, I have a feeling this is going to be your big app. So how was that journey been?
Oh, this one. This is actually our first one using the traditional, not traditional, no, but using the usual startup methodology. Before, we had small businesses like mga blogs namin, mga ganon. There's something more mabagal, sustainable. This one is really something that we're growing exponentially. So this is the first one we're making explode, kumbaga.
Yeah,
So yes,
I have a feeling this is super leveraged kasi BIR yung ano, kausap nyo eh. The entire country.
Ayun. Actually, ako pabalik-balik ako noon eh when I initially did my taxes, pabalik-balik ako kaya the pain is real.
Oo nga, sobrang laking pain. Sobra. So, are they, wait a minute. You have counterparts in other countries already? Somebody's already done this successfully?
I think there are similar applications like I think in the States, TurboTax. May ganun.
Ganun talaga. Meron din sila ganun. Okay.
Sorry, but yeah, I think if I understand correctly, we're like the first one in the Philippines to do this. So yeah. So I think the nice thing naman also about this is that the government is starting to recognize innovation as something that they want to support. So we were actually granted. They included us in their investment priority list, the Board of Investments of DTI. So we got into their investment priority list, and it was really a show of support for startups and innovation. Kasi puro naririnig natin is anti-Uber, anti-Grab, di ba? LTFRB, parang anti-innovation.
Oh.
So DTI is, and BIR actually, surprisingly very pro-innovation naman. So they're really helping us din naman with this, with all of this basically.
Okay. It's gonna serve them not just the people using.
Actually, yes. Kasi it will help them with collection also, di ba?
Tapos matatanggalin yung feelings ng mga Pilipino hindi pa registered.
May ganun.
Di ba? Siyempre, one of the big things he's afraid of is, I'm not registered, but I'm gonna do. So, somebody's making a sound. Who's that? Is that me?
Sorry, baka ako yun, Jomar. Ako ba yun?
Some squeezy sounds? Anyway. Hindi. I don't know who. Wait. So, sorry na lang sa mga taga-Facebook. Hindi ko maibalik. I'm gonna try something else altogether. I'm using a different machine. So, you guys have any more questions? Sabi ni Nins, grabe mag-promote si Nins. So, kung may usapan yan. Taxpayers may also contact Customer Assistance Division, CAD, formerly BIR Contact Center at the following numbers. 8781. Basta basahin na lang. The struggle. Sabi ni Nins, tumawag lang ako before sa RDO and then told me nasa QC pa ang team ko. So I went there, filled out one form, at tapos sandali lang yon kasi Taxumo, using Taxumo kasi, and I know it will help sole prop like me. Ayan. Testimonial from Nina Mendoza. I know you know Nina, right? Because Nina's been around for the last several years.
Yes. Facebook guru.
Yeah. So, no need to introduce. Ting! Facebook Live again. Okay.
There you go.
So, Ansaya, Bea, Dearly, Eds, Eric, Fem, Henry, may tanong ba kayo dyan? Isad, Ivy, Justina, Claudia, Wings. Can you just say thank you to EJ? Because even if you guys aren't ready to file, there is a system that's already been invented and created and tested and approved by the government who can make your life easier as a taxpayer. Because once you start earning big naman anyway, you'll probably want to be a taxpayer for the simple reason it helps you get into Japan. Di ba?
Yes.
Kasi di ba, hindi nyo naman passion mag-tax, hindi ka naman nagtrabaho para mag-file ng tax. Pero if it's gonna help you get that loan, that bank loan, that car loan, that visa to another country, I think it's a great tool, that registration, diba? So, ang galing. Magaling po yan. And it helps you from the fear of I'm scared with an accountant. Because for the longest time, I've been telling you guys, mag-hire kayo accountant, tapos wala namang kumikilos kasi nakakatakot. Tatakot kayo, baka mahal yung accountant. And for this, do you have the slide back to your discounted rate? Can you bring it back up so they can see how little that is actually? To save our marriage. Ganun ba talaga?
Sinaway ako eh. Ayan, hindi na kayo mag-aaway.
Ay, ilabas mo naman, EJ, yung slide na may discounts.
Ay,
so
sorry. Yes,
they can actually appreciate that yung cost, quote unquote. Okay. It's not really a cost.
Yes.
Necessary part of your business. Parang internet connection.
Yes, wait.
It's a good question. It's a good story. Sabi ni Ann Saya, thanks for your loving wife and being sensitive. Now, may Taxumo na.
Ano ba ito?
Sabi ni Ann, make this a part of your 2018 plan. That's true, actually. Sign up now. Yeah. So, use that code JHVCA or Jomar Hilario Virtual Careers Academy. And instead of, you gotta get the annual, so totoo lang, get the annual. When there's always a choice, get the annual. Okay? Because that's gonna be a big discount for you. But parang dalawang frappuccino. Tapos na, di ba, instead of dealing with an accountant, takot ka, just 2 frappuccinos, basic annual or premium annual para meron kang annual income tax. And that's actually very good. It's a very good fee. Especially you guys na dapat hindi kayo mababa mag-charge. Right? Pakisabi nga, mataas ako mag-charge. Ilan? Pakisabi lang sa chat room. Okay.
Know your value, right?
Yeah, you know your value. Because wala kang choice. If you don't know your value, they don't know your value if you don't know your value, right? So, importante yan. Yeah. Thank you very much, EJ. You guys have any more questions for EJ? Mag-dinner pa sila. Hindi gabi na. One of the biggest... Saan ang office nyo pala?
Sa Taguig. Dito kami sa Taguig.
Okay.
Sa may SNR banda.
Saan? SNR? Sa may SNR. Okay. Pizza. Okay. I don't see any more questions. You guys have no more questions? So, guys, ay, pakipresent nga ulit. Screen share ko lang so people can refer to it. I will promote it later sa list. So, for those who were not attending this live one, there's a lot of team replay and tawagin sa sarili nila. So,
I see.
I'd like to get people to this one. Kukunti lang naman nanonood sa akin, mga average 400, yan.
Wow, konti yun? Dami nun
konti yun. Yung live, konti ngayon. Pero kasi may iba time.
Kasi iba-ibang oras no?
Oo, pero pag eventually the team replay, they have around that. Around 400 average.
Wow.
Konti yun, sus ko po. Tanungin mo si Floyd sa TGFI. Yun ang madami.
Ay, wow.
Diba? Yun ang malaking group. Nga lang hindi freelancers, ang mga OFWs. Okay? So this is Sean. Say hello everyone.
Hello.
Yan. Well, how old are you, Sean?
9.
Okay, yan. Si Sean. 9. Okay. We're done, I think. You guys have no more questions for EJ. Patutulugin nyo na siya. Overtime pa yan. So this one is technical question. Sorry if you don't mind.
Sure.
What system is this running off? Java, PHP, what was that? Angular?
This is built on C# and we're hosted on Azure. So
wow. So shell back Microsoft, hindi Amazon.
Kasi partner din namin Microsoft, so we got a pretty good deal. Kaya okay, sige Microsoft.
How do you partner with Microsoft? Just talk to them?
Actually, they're very open also. Kasi we're part of Idea Space, right? So they have an arrangement with Idea Space kasi.
Pinapadugo natin ilong ni Antuloy. Pasensya na kayo. Komsaya kami. Komsaya kami. Pasensya na po. Minsan lang naman mangyari yun sa webinar, yung technical. So, hindi naman namin ginagawa lagi. Azure, Microsoft Azure is like Amazon S3. So, technical din yun. So, sorry na lang. It's a hard is in the sky. Yun na yan para sa inyo. Tapos, just like to emphasize to everyone that you're probably looking at the first Filipino unicorn, maybe. EJ, that would think. Ang Philippine unicorn po ay ang billion-dollar valuation na kumpanya. Dollars po yun. So you're probably talking to a potential billionaire right now. Are you sure you don't have questions? Wala lang. Maybe maybe may question kayo. Yan, yun lang. Masasabi ko kasi masyado mataas yung leverage ng ginagawa nila EJ dito. That's why EJ is here. Sa dami ng guests natin na hindi virtual assistant. Actually, kukonti yun. Si EJ isa sa mga konti.
Well, thanks for having me. Thank you. Thank you for inviting me in that case, no?
Yes, because we don't really have app makers and stuff like that as guests. This is normally a virtual assistant, virtual professional territory. Okay. Yeah, alam niyo sa tingin ko, if you solve the biggest problems in the country, no? My Little Pony. Tama, unicorn sila sa My Little Pony. Ikaw ba yun, EJ? O si Ping? Yung sumasagot.
Ako yun.
Hindi mo, My Little Pony. Makakuha nga dito. May pony dito eh. Okay. So thank you so much, EJ, for having us. We will probably get you back again when your site redesign happens.
Oh, yes. Oh, I would love to show it off. Medyo matagal din namin niluto yun.
Pakita niyo sa amin yan. Marami kaming magagawa to help you out. Because you guys are helping us out, you know.
I hope this is something you'll all find useful and something that will really help you also start focusing on what matters in your business and make it grow, no? So that's really our mission, to help you guys succeed.
Yon, thank you so much, EJ
Arboleda. Thank you so much. Yes, sir. You got it.
Nakuha ko na. Pasensya na, it's the tongues.
Oh, no worries.
My tongue's too fast. I don't know why. Anyway, thank you. Guys, please express your thanks to EJ. Wala tayong tradition. Kunyari meron. Type the word clap, 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 clap. Okay na yun. Okay. So, when you go to taxumo.com, register for free for 30 days. Check it out. Let me just challenge you, just check it out. And then when nadidesisyonan nyo na gusto mag-start, just type in JHVCA as the code para meron kayong 1,000 peso discount. Okay? For your annual. Lalo na if it's gonna be part of your year plan, 2018 plan. Okay? So that's very important. Okay? Lalo yung mga nag-ano dyan, yung sobrang taas na ng income, pwede na. Pwede na. Okay? Thank you very much, EJ.
Thank you, Jomar. Thank you, everyone.
Okay, thank you. Guys, stay with the webinar. Okay. EJ is probably gonna keep working on his C#. Ganun ba? Hindi naman ikaw coder, di ba? What do you do there?
Sorry?
What do you do in Taxumo when you don't do the code?
We have developers, but I'm really still very much involved with them, prioritizing the different functionalities, etc. And aside from that, also ako in everything. So I'm the CEO of Taxumo, Chief Everything Officer. So pakilamero ko sa...
Chief Pakilamero, pwede na.
Chief Pakilamero ko.
I don't like your position. It's hard. It's what I do. So I do not envy it, and more power to you.
Thank you.
Okay. Greetings to your daughter. I forgot the daughter. Zika.
Yes.
And to Ginger Hill. Tanungin mo kay Zika one day, Zika, how does it feel to be a billionaire's daughter? Tchanan!
No. Sabihin niya, why am I adopted? Sabihin niya.
So, masanay ka na ganyan dito. Ganyan ang usapan dito. Ano yan? Abundance and...
Yeah, it's great actually. It's very, the encouragement and everything is contagious, no? So I appreciate all of the kind words, Jomar. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone.
Okay, thank you. Sabi ni Ann, sa babay, Forbes worthy ka na daw.
Forbes.
Ano yun? O yung magazine? Mataas yun.
Pwede na magbenta ng magazine yun.
Pwede ka na daw magbenta ng magazine, EJ. Magaling. Okay, we'll let EJ go na kasi Chief Everything Officer.
Sorry. Thank you, everyone.
Okay, salamat, EJ.
Jomar, salamat. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Regards to Ping also, I know Ping, you're here. Thank you, Ping, for making this happen. he was the guy who reached out to me
solid.
To do this stuff. And
Okay.
di alam niyo, no? Habang nag-uusap kami sa telepono, nasa playground ako, tinitingnan ko yung mga bata. Tinitingnan nila ako, bakit ka nasa telepono? Nandito kami naglalaro. Hindi ko kasi ginagawa yun, nasa telepono habang nasa playground. So,
oh wow, thank you.
You can go if you need to go, EJ. We're just gonna look at
all right. Sige. Thanks, Jomar. Thanks, everyone.
No problem. You can say if you like. We're just gonna look at pictures of our events. So if you're here, you're welcome to stay. And ito mag-reminisce kami. So guys, this is the second part of the webinar is looking at photos of our date with freedom. So dudes, if you are there, nako, maglagay ka na ng photo sa Facebook para makita na nila. I'm gonna start showing you the photos already of from the live event. Now this is the first time we're ever gonna do this because usually after the event happens, you never get to see what happened and you can never get to hear much, no? But this is the first photo is the bundle. So this is the gift we gave to the speakers. 3 of my new books. So in the live Date with Freedom event, are you ready for Date with Freedom? Can you guys tell me? Ready na? Pakisabi na, ready na? Or hindi, teka lang, nagbibis pa ako. Pakisabi nyo nga. I'm going to show you some pictures and I'm going to ask people to say something. If you want to say something, as in verbally, just go ahead. I'll remove your mute and you can say something about the picture. So this is the first picture. I released 3 books in that event. Okay. Literally, tatlong libro. Not the same size, not the same length of books, but there are 3 new books. I'm going to show you the books right now. And, well, aside from the picture that you see, okay, I'm going to show you the 3 books. Okay. They're all about virtual assistants and freelancing. So, wait. So let me show you that picture. Let me show you the actual video of the book. Yeah, there's the first book. The first book is this one. The 4 brilliant questions you should ask in your interview. Now, the title itself. Hey, can you see my video? Can you guys see my video? Sabi nga, I can see your video. Again, I can see your video. You can also see screen share ba? Nakikita niyo ba screen share? Pareho. Okay. So, this first book is called The 4 Brilliant Questions You Should Ask in Your Interview. The title should make you pause because usually who asks the questions in interviews? As a virtual professional, are you the one being interviewed or are you doing the interviewing? What do you think? Oh, tapos na daw basahin ni Ann. Na-apply mo na ba? So, you should have caught that. It's actually a twist. The title is not for employers. Usually the employers do the interviews, right? The interviews, and they ask questions. In this book, it's actually a mini book. I call it a mini book. And a virtual careers mini book. You'll find out the 4 questions you should ask when the interview is finished. When the client says, "So, do you have any questions for me?" This is it. And in this book, you'll also find the story of one of the virtual professionals that I've interviewed, Abi. Her story is also here. So that's a new bonus. And then at the end, I've added some stuff. Now, some of you probably have the ebook version of this. This is edited. This is like, I modified some stuff. So this is a fairly short book, 16 pages short. However, here I'm teaching you that the value is not in the size. The value is not in the number of pages. It's in how great the content is and how useful it is for your own purpose. So what should you be asking a client during the interview? And the answer is here. Now, there is a secondary use for this tiny book. Okay, I'll tell you later. But before that, let me show you the next book. Can I show you the next book? Sabi ni Ann nga pala, tapos ko na-enter nang basahin niyang today, I do the interview, no show yung client kanina. So bukas isang new potential client pa. Ayan. So Ann is telling you, if you are, if you are NITURE, yan. Okay, can you type that in? If you are NITURE, she's telling you that when you are being called for an interview by a client, you should be the one doing the interview. And that's the same lesson given by Roel, Austria, in the Date with Freedom, no? Korean ba yan? Korean. Di ko alam, sorry. I just bought it because it's fun. Sabi rin ni Yuan, no? You should be doing the interview. Actually, Roel went overboard and created the one-page, actually it's two-page, set of questions that you should ask a client. Pero minsan masyadong advanced. You can't really ask those kinds of questions on the first day. But this is the one you will use on the first interview, on the first contact with the client. Okay? Yung kay Roel, which is I actually gave away copies of that in the tables, the Date with Freedom. And if you get into the Date with Freedom, I'm gonna give you the PDF to that, no? Of the, di ba hinihingi niyo yung client acquisition blueprint ni Roel? So I'm gonna give that to those who actually attended because actually I already gave it to them. Okay, para mas naintindihan nila where Roel is coming from. So this is the first book that I introduced during the Date with Freedom. Okay. The second book, okay, let me just read what other people said. I used the questions in that book when I was interviewed. Got the ebook version. Okay. Ginamit pala ni Karina yung tanong. Oh, galing. Karina already used the questions in this book because she had the ebook version. Okay. Again, when you read the ebook version, read this also because it's different. Okay. So this was released to people last year as part of the Christmas bundles. Approximately 200 plus people only got this last year. So we're releasing this mini book, okay, with two purposes last Saturday. So question, Karina, did you get hired? Did you get hired? So by the way, if you receive an email from us that you get this book, you find a way to get yourself into one of my live events. I have at least one a month. And get it, okay? Get it. Or go to Rosewood and get this book because I can't just mail it to you. So if you have relatives, you want to pick up the book from me because this is for free for the fast movers, the Christmas bundles last year. Physical book, okay? But I think approximately 200 people will get this book for free, okay? So that's the first book. The second book is this one, a slightly thicker book. It's anong title? Elements of an Attractive Virtual Assistant Blog. And is the picture up baliktad sa inyo? Ba't ganun pa? Yeah, hindi pala. So the Elements of an Attractive Virtual Assistant Blog. This is a nice book. By the way, sabi ni Karina, when she used the interview questions, she got hired. Okay, so para alam niyo. So this book here, which was launched during that day, is actually a feature book. See, there are blogs there. And I tell people what's wrong with it, what's good with it, what's wrong with it, what's good with it. And of course, after criticizing like 20 blogs, I give you what should you put in the blog. I give you what should we expect from your blog so it's correct. This book features one of the biggest and most common mistakes newbies commit when they make a blog. When I talk about the biggest mistakes, these are the stuff that if you're slightly more knowledgeable about blogging, you'll never do. But if you're a total newbie, you'll probably commit that thing. So this is very, very appropriate for newbies who's going to create their portfolio blog. Okay. And at the end is an FAQ. And after that, there is let me check. A really long FAQ. Yeah. I gave 3 bonus apps. They're brand new. They're not in the ebook. Okay. 3 bonus apps are here at the back. I do not teach these apps in other events or courses and stuff. It's just here in this book, the elements of attractive virtual assistant blog. So these are the apps you can study and make money from. All right. Wow. Okay. So that's it. The second book, the elements of a virtual assistant, attractive virtual assistant blog. Question. Anybody want to say something about the dated freedom? Meron ba kayo dyang memories na gustong i-share? You can screen share, and I'll tell me if you want to screen share your picture. Okay, screen share your picture so we can so we can see it, right? So the third book, actually there are 4 books, but I only have 3 here. The fourth book is actually the third book is actually the longest. Is 52 pages long. There, compare the length of these books. Okay. Pabigat na pabigat. 16 pages, 30 pages, now 50 pages. This is the rules of the online marketing game. Alright, so there's very few copies of this book on the planet. I only had 100 printed, and most of the people bought. I think they ubos nila. So dated freedom. So this was released also that day. So there, rules of the online marketing game. And in this, I heavily edited this. If you have the ebook, you know some parts and you don't know some parts. I added an article, a section on YouTube here, and essentially edited it closely. And and this is where we feature the prayer of an online marketer. And basically, this book is your next step. Can you just type that in? So ano ba yung next step? You want to earn 2 ways. You want to earn hindi lang virtual professional. You want to earn this way, virtual careers, but you want to graduate into something higher like this one. And the reason why it's called this way is because you're actually entering a game. It's a game. And the sooner you understand that it's a game, the better you can play it. You're gonna play this game. This is a career. This is a career. Oops. This virtual careers, it's a career. You can seriously consider your mindset when you're an employee. If you're a great employee, you're gonna be great at virtual careers. If you're a great employee, it's not a game. It's serious. However, when you get into a business, online e-commerce, halimbawa, business, you would soon realize that the best way to approach it is as say that a game. It's a game. And I've heard that from the billionaire/millionaire friends of Brother Bo. Sabi nila, it's a game. Paulit-ulit na sabihin, it's a game. It's a game. It's a game. Until you suddenly realize, I haven't been treating this as a game. I've been treating this as a serious thing. But when there's a game, there are rules. When you break the rules, like for example, yung kanina, Taxumo, there are tax rules. And tax rules are part of the game. Now, if you want to have higher income, you'll probably have to learn the tax rules. And once you discover that they're really, really hard, like the forms of BIR is so small, the text is so small, and the blanks are so small, they're making it hard to play that game. So how do you solve it? You use an app like Taxumo to fix it. You don't fill in the blanks of the tax forms manually. You just use an app. So that's part of the game. Like, are you allowed to use Taxumo? Yes, it's part of the BIR recognizes it. The forms it submits directly goes to BIR. So that's part of the game. And this is probably the biggest lesson you will hear tonight, because it took a lot of meetings with Brother Bo and masterminds and super conferences for me to realize it's a game, it's a game. So when you say, teka lang, you're playing chess, right? You're playing chess and say, teka lang, I'm gonna go to the toilet. And then when you come back, nilipit na nila yung game boards. Are you still in the game? You're playing chess. When you go to the toilet, you come back, the game board's gone. Are you still in the game? No, you're not in the game. So that's how people sometimes find themselves. Like, they go create a blog. During the heyday of blogging, they create a blog, and then they totally forget about it. Then they come back to the blog after 10 years and say, I'm going to go blog now. You're too late. You should be in Instagram now. Or you should be in Snapchat now. You're too late. You should be in Medium now. Because hindi na pwedeng blog ngayon. It's a marketing game. So this book will help you get, play smart and stay in the game, because it's really, really difficult to stay in this game. online marketing game. It's easy to enter. If you're gonna set up a bakery, it's hard because bibili ka ng oven, bibili ka ng pwesto, and stuff like that. But you earn online. You just set up a Lazada store, a Shopify store. It's even easier if you do Shopify. And then you're in the game, but you're not gonna last long because there's no traffic. So you need to learn a ton of stuff when you do online marketing and online business, e-commerce. And do you know the rules to stay in the game? This book has the rules to stay in the game. Most of the stuff here you already heard me say in this book, Creative Careers, but it's kind of different. Right? So yan yung third book. Question, how are you going to get a copy of this? I don't have the answer yet. I have to set it up. I have to set it up so you can actually get a copy. But I know, Kate, you're not in the Philippines, so it's harder for me to do it. Two ways. You can get the ebook, obviously. To get the physical books, you have to be in the Philippines. For me to put it in Amazon, you'll have to wait. I can put it in Amazon, no problem. I have to have it reformatted. But yes, I will do your Amazon for you. But let this be in Amazon first, huh? Because it already is, but I haven't launched it yet. Okay? But yeah, you can also sugod sa December. When you go home to the Philippines, we will be shipping this. We can ship this to your house. But let me tell you na you probably should get all three because it's like, magkaan lang to, sayang shipping kung isa lang. Okay, you should probably get all three. And yeah, so tama na. That's what this picture is all about. Tagal, no? 18 minutes lang naman yun. Let's find another picture. Please post in Jomar Hilario Virtual Careers your pictures so we can take a look at that. Okay. So let me find. Let's take a look at each one of the speakers. No? Tignan natin yung picture ng mga speakers and then see the comments in the speakers. So no more my face, just the speaker comments. So this is Brother Bo's post in the Jomar Hilario Virtual Careers group. And Brother Bo, ang sinabi ni Brother Bo and that the people have resonated with is focus on serving and keep your mission close to your heart. Sabi ni Yuan, focus on serving, love more, galing oh. Overcome your fear, have the will to fail 8 times, get back up at 9, sabi ni Roel. Tapos, true business is service with love, sabi ni Rudier. Ito yung mga lessons ni Brother Bo, dun sa live event. Sabi ni Rai, remove the fear of failure and focus on serving others through your talents, which is basically loving people. Dang. So, nag-usap na sila ni JV. Okay. Don't be afraid to fail. And so, yan yung mga lessons ni Brother Bo during his talk. Brother Bo answered questions during the Date with Freedom instead of delivering a talk. He just decided to field 3 questions and really gave detailed answers. One of the questions there was, how do I get unstuck? Tanong mo Krizia. So, ang sagot ni Brother Bo sa how do I get unstuck is, ano sagot? Alala niyo sagot ni Bo? May recording naman, pero we don't have the recording of that section. It's with the official photographers and videographers. So, ano sagot ni Bo sa how do you get unstuck? Sabi niya, remove the fear. Just remove the fear. And you'll get unstuck. Yeah? Sabi niya. So that's a Brother Bo's. Who wants to comment on Brother Bo's picture? Can you see it? I'm gonna move on. The next one is Dr. Sixto Carlos. Okay. Sixto naman, ito, grabe. So, pinag-usapan pa namin siya. Gusto niya malaman kung okay lang sabihin sa inyo yung nararamdaman niya. Sabi ni Sixto, who is a client. So, Sixto is our client VA. A VA client who's our guest speaker. Okay. Ano yung 50 books a year? Yung sinabi ni Bo, hindi ko matandaan. You remember what that was about? 50 books a year. Sabi ni Sixto, he reads 50 books a year. Sabi ni brother, si Sixto, your client is probably like him who reads 50 books a year. So understand what is the impact of that when you talk to the client. Marami siya sigurong alam. That's actually very true. I probably read the same amount of books a year. I just don't know kung umabot ako ng 50. Okay? Because I have audiobooks at the same time. I don't count ebooks. I don't read ebooks at all. But I do read a lot of books also. Ay sabi ni Dr. Sixto, don't be an online marketer. Show them what you can do. And sabi ni Melvin, be a marketer using online techniques. Okay? Set aside 33% of your earnings to buy books and read. Okay? Non-negotiable for your VA, good grammar, knowledgeable in online stuff, willing to meet in person once a month. Now remember, Dr. Sixto is a Filipino, so yan yung advice niya. Yan. Sabi ni Jay, adapt to change and learn if you want to be successful. Yeah, adapt to change. So let's move on to the next speaker. Okay. Si Annalyn Roque, our last speaker for the day, is one of the most important talks. Surprisingly, it's one of the most important talks. Believe it or not, Annalyn, I don't think we ever got to rehearse at all. Si Annalyn, so I also didn't know the content of her talk. So sabi niya, ang haba ng talk ni Annalyn na importante. Sinorte na niya yun ang lagay. I think she talked for 15 minutes or 20 minutes lang. But sobrang dami niyang sinabi na the perspective of Annalyn is because she's a virtual manager. Ibang-iba from a client. Now, it was important for me to show that to you because a client will hire you, but a virtual manager will also hire you. Okay? So sabi niya, I prefer to help those who are more determined. You must have fierce commitment. You have to be reliable. You have to be proactive. Isa sa mga na-surprise sa akin dun sa talk niya is, what you put in the resume, you put kung gaano kabilis ang internet mo. You put kung gaano kabilis ang backup internet mo. And you put your computer specs. So we're gonna have to modify this one. Actually, we are. To add in that input from Annalyn, no? Ilagay natin yung pangalan ni Annalyn doon. Put your specs, put your internet speed, and put your backup internet speed as well when you apply. Para hindi na magtatanong si client. It's actually great kasi wala nang block si client na, should I hire this? I don't even know his internet speed. But if you give that to the client upfront, parang hindi sila nahirapan. It's the same concept with Taxumo. If you use an app and it shortens your time to work, then that's great. So, yeah. So guys, let me know if you want me to continue with the other speakers. I can also just, stop. Nice ko yung sarili ko. Next speaker is, anybody here interested? Rowen Iral. You guys want to talk about Rowen? Rowen Iral. I'm just looking at my books. I got tons of books. Yes. Rowen is a data science genius and dumugo utak ko sa'yo, sabi ni Rowen. Sabi niya, yeah, somebody's asking if I'm going to offer data science in Instant Virtual Skills 2018. And I said, yeah, sure, sige. I already taught this. I already taught this 2015 as part of growth hacking. So yeah, sure. I'll teach you data science. Yung kaya nilang arokin. So there are two parts of data science kasi. Anybody interested? Data science is super in demand in the world today. In the world. Hindi lang sa virtual professional, pati sa corporations. If you only understand data science, which is processing millions and billions of data points and then summarizing that. Ang output usually ng data science, believe it or not, is infographics. So something na makaka-relate ka talaga, infographics. It's not even analytics. Analytics kasi it was sabi ni Rowen, was the original name. Tapos pinalta nila into data science. Primarily because the data set is way too much than an analytics set. Tapos, the output is maganda dapat, maganda. So, I can teach you that, sure. I will not go into R language. Letter R. It's a language of data science. Hindi naman kailangan. Though wala namang problema sa akin, ituro yun. Mas mahirap pa nga yung alam ko eh. Pero as a virtual professional, you just need to understand how it works in one system because it's the same in other systems. Okay? And this is really specific for C people. Okay? C, computing, ganyan. Actually, kahit hindi ka nga C, kaya naman gawin ng data science eh. Nga lang, will you enjoy it? So, yun yung tanong doon. So, somebody's asking, are you gonna offer this next year? Yes, I'm gonna offer it as part of the Instant Virtual Skills 2018. Okay? Or maybe I'll just offer it as a standalone because baka nga not everybody can arok. Okay yung Tagalog, di ba? Arok. So, sabi ni Rai, stand out from other professionals by taking on something that most fear to take and don't want to take simply because they understand it. And that actually brings value to your clients. That's correct. So if you're looking for some sort of like gold rush, next gold rush, ito. The gold rush is already happening na nga lang. The demand is here and now. The universities are trying to offer it. Pero 4 years pa yan. So, walang sense, di ba? Walang sense. So, there's a worldwide demand for understanding data because nasobrahan na yung data natin eh. So, kailangan we do something about it so people can understand. Yun lang. That's Rowan's talk. Rowan also explained on how to deal with local clients para bigyan ka na ng remote relationship. Okay? So, next speaker is Yuan. Si Yuan. And nakakatawa yung resign niya. Mag-resign ka na. Because Yuan was crazy because she resigned without having work. But she doesn't have children. Okay? Hindi naman niya kailangan supportahan 1,000% pairs niya. So it was a good thing na ayaw niya na yung nursing job niya. And she knew she was going the right way. Asawa naman yung introduce eh. So siguro okay lang kay niya mag-resign si Yuan. Kaya naman niya yun. So in-introduce ni Nino ako kay Yuan and she started that journey. She attended the Date with Freedom 2015. And when I offered Instant Virtual Skills, she was the first person to get it. Okay? And Instant Virtual Skills means I spent the next 6 months, I think, teach with that team, that group, teaching them all about growth hacking. I think that was the topic then. I'm not sure. Instant Virtual Skills, was that 2016? Basta, di ko matandaan. Yun. And know your worth, push mo yan. Sabi dito. She knows where she wants to go. Yun yung maganda. Find your true north, sabi ni Rudyard. Okay? Know your worth. Sabi ni Rai, not knowing your worth not only as a VP but as a person, knowing your bottom line so that you can set high standard for yourself. Plus having that essential craziness called courage to let go what's comfortable and actually pursue something greater. And that's why she resigned. Do you have any comments for or you want to say something about what you learned from Yuan? Type in the chat room. Sabi ni Jay, may natutunan sila to talk ni Yuan, ang galing. Sabi niya, sila Jay kasi they're virtual travel agents. Ibang-iba sila, no? And they also struggled with pricing their services. Okay? And now, because of Yuan's sharing sa Date with Freedom, where she actually broken down her expenses and came up with a number and used that number to justify to herself, no? How much she should be charging at least. Diba? At least. So, galing. Even Jay, who's doing something different, is there. Sino si Sir Chief? Wala akong alam. Okay. Who's Sir Chief? Hello? Si Sir Chief, si Melvin. Okay. So, Melvin, is Melvin next? Di pa naman si Melvin eh. Si Liza. Liza La Cruz is a former OFW again. Sabi niya, relationship is power. Ang maganda kasi kay Liza, she's like, she was just having fun with her client. Do you want that? You should really, if you didn't download, if you didn't attend it because you're not in the Philippines, you better download Date with Freedom. Because makikita mo doon, Liza just really totally had fun with the client. Hindi mo akalain, pwede mo palang kausapin ng client din. And that's why the client had enjoyed it so much, invited her to Netherlands. Galing. Ang galing. For me, just ang galing. So Melvin. Ikaw ba yan, Melvin? Sir Chief. Sweat puti ka pa. Ang tawag sa'yo, guwaping. Okay. Okay. Maganda mga microphone mo, Melvin. Maganda mic. Pasaltayin na si Melvin. Kaya, alam ko mic ni Melvin eh. So, ay, unstable daw bigla. Sabi ni, unstable internet mo. Huwag mo tawagin si Melvin. Yun, ito na. Sir Chief daw eh, sayang, di ba? Ayan. Ayan na, Melvin, salta ka na.
Hindi recording. Ha? Sasalita pa?
Ano comment mo dito? May comment ka ba kay sino gusto mo? J Saltu, the next one. Yan. Travel agency. Or you could tell us your best memories sa Date with Freedom. Pwede namang hindi yan. With us tonight is Sir Chief, the man with the charisma. Tanggalin ko to. Pantang yung picture ni Melvin. Ayan, ayan. And yan, si Rowell yan. Ano ba yan? Uli hanapin natin. Yan! Si Sir Chief. Ay, nawala. Naging Bo Sanchez. Ikaw na si Bo. Yan nga. So, nagkasawa mo. Hello, wife. Yung pangalan mo. Saan na yung picture ni... yan! That's Sir Chief. For those who didn't know, yan yung nagsalita sa amin na mukhang Chinese diplomat or Chinese businessman or something like that. Kasi naka-quote eh. So, anong best memory mo, Melvin, sa ano? You told me something eh. You can share that to them. Ayan, nawala. May sinabi si Melvin na nagustuhan niya sa Date with Freedom. And it's something that you probably wouldn't figure that he would say. It's different eh. O nawala yung microphone. Ayaw na. Paka-minute niya. Na-disconnect. Okay, he got disconnected. Panic. Ay, hindi. Minute na. Okay, ayan. Ayan, hindi ka na-mute.
Hello.
You can say if you want to say.
What do I need to say? What I told you sa PM?
Yeah, go ahead. Say that. You want to say it?
I told you thank you for that experience kasi I think I found what I'm really good at, what I was created for. And I said it was speaking in public that I really loved it. Yun sabi ko.
Did you have opportunities in the past to speak in public?
Public, no naman. Sa amin kasi sa corporate, madalas akong nag-represent dun sa office. It's part of my work.
What's your work there in corporate?
Customer, kasi project management eh. Tapos client, customer interface, window. So, madalas akong kausap.
So, you speak to customers or you speak to insiders?
Customers.
So, you present to customers as in serious?
Ako nag-update ako ng project status sa kanila.
Okay.
Pinapresent nila yung in PowerPoint kung ano yung updates.
PowerPoint status clients. Okay. So, is that foreigners? You're talking to foreigners all the time? Or local Chinese?
Foreigners.
Okay. So, ikaw ang English speaker?
Yes.
You are a resident English speaker who looks Chinese. So, convinced na sila. Diba? Galing ng Chinese na ito mag-English Oh. Okay. Pwede na rin. Okay. So what do you plan to do? Do you want to do it again? Do another public speaking gig? Let's say somebody invites us and repeats Date with Freedom in another city like Davao. Would you want to go?
Of course, I will go.
Siyempre sila pag-gastusin natin sa plane fare.
I will go. As long as I'm here, I will go.
Magyaya. Halimbawa, Zamboanga, what do you think?
Go!
Are you sure? Kahit na Mindanao yan?
Bakit naman? Pilipinas pa rin yun eh.
Okay. Martial Law Mindanao eh. No.
Hindi na, tapos na, di ba?
Ay, it is? I didn't know. Sorry. Hindi ako informed ni Presidente. Sorry. That text didn't come in, right? Presidente, text me. Tapos na pala martial law. Hindi ko alam. Probably next year.
Official na.
Okay. Probably next year we'll have a Zamboanga. Maybe, I'm not sure. Okay. So just informing everyone. Kasi may invite naman ako sa Zamboanga to do events. However, nung nalaman ko yung schedule, kasabay ng Karigma Conference. So it's not a good idea. Naisabay sa Karigma Conference. So,
Yung pretty girl na nasa likod mo.
That's Lucia. The kids all do that. Hello ka, Lucia.
Hello.
Hello.
Parang Five Nights at Freddy's. Hello. My name is Five Nights at Freddy's. It's a horror show na panood ng mga bata. Nakakaiyak. They kill people there, right? Five Nights at Freddy's. Okay, they don't kill people. They're just horrible-looking teddy bears. Okay. Nasa tayo? Okay.
The YouTubers sometimes laugh when Freddy jumps scares them. They laugh.
Okay. Very good. Let's read their comments about your talk. Honesty, integrity, being true to self. It was an honor having met you. Sabi nila, sabi si Ann. Si Roel naman, got new ideas how to deal with clients, of course, with honest intentions. Tapos, honest intention. Sabi ni Rai, I use the very same concept to land my clients, which is power words, no? Selecting the right words to use. Okay, and keywords. Listening to, sabi ni Jay, listening to keywords that your clients are saying. Sabi ni Rodian, idol, honesty is the best policy. Alam niyo, wala pa yung comments dito ng ibang nag-attend na kasi ito pa lang yung mga regulars natin. I asked the others who attended to put in their comments here, and then we'll be asking them to actually evaluate you individually using Facebook. So, that's gonna be exciting. Hindi public. I'm gonna give them a Google form so they can actually say directly anong comments nila sa talks ninyo. Individually sa bahay para mas mahaba yung time. You can think about, okay, I like this because ganyan. So hindi lang on the spot kasi pag on the spot mo yung evaluation, maiksi. Pero pag in-email mo yan, and please give your evaluation, mas maganda yung feedback nila. So we'll be doing that. Okay, so sabi ni Ann, magchika daw kayo. Matulog ka na, baby. Okay, let's go to the next one. Thank you, Melvin. You wanna tell me anything, any memory you liked or you got surprised with in the Date with Freedom? May gusto ka bang
surprised? How lively lang yung team, yung group talaga ng participants. And yung para kasing silang sponge no? So talagang absorb lang sila ng absorb. When I noticed nung nagsasalita ako talagang medyo nakatutok sila eh. Sabi ko, kahit na simple lang naman yung tinuturo ko. So, pero talagang sila, nakatutok. And they really want to learn as much as they. Yeah, yun. Nakaka-inspire yung kanila.
Yeah. Your presentation was surprisingly very interesting. Even if I knew the content, it was still very interesting for me.
Thank you.
Doon siguro. Yun naman dyan na lang. Maganda eh. Considering pagod na sila, di ba? Kasi gabi na.
Sabi ko nga gusto ko ba sila, di ba?
Hapon na pala. Pagod na dapat sila, di ba? Hapon na. Pero maganda kasi hapon na, gabi na ata yun. Anyway.
Gabi na.
So, it was also very good. Galing. So, thank you, Melvin. Regards to your wife. You're not coming back, right? Just gonna stay in the Philippines?
Tingnan natin.
Mag-guess ka na lang. Hindi na ako mabalik. Makakalanda ako ng malaking client. Sabi mo lang, ganun. Sabi mo lang. Ako, i-upgrade ko na yung sinasabi ko eh. Ayoko na ng 5-bedroom beach house. 10
na?
Oo, kasi mura naman mangarap. mura din maniwala. So, ayoko na ng 5-bedroom, baka ma-disappoint ako. 10-bedroom, beach house, for rent, near here,
Bakit
somewhere
hindi
here.
mo pa gawing resort?
Ha?
Ba't hindi mo pa gawing resort?
Eh,
Beach
hindi ko
house lang.
naman gusto patakbo ng resort eh. Gusto ko lang tumira. Titira lang. I just wanna live there, you know? Tapos pag, kailangan pumunta ng Manila, punta ng Manila. Otherwise, nandun lang kami. Doon lang kami mag-webinar. Tapos makita mo dito, iba na yung background, hindi na condo. So I think it's my mission to show you guys what's possible. I think. So I might as well execute that, no? Show to you how portable this really is.
Yes.
Like, this is a laptop, yeah. I was using a laptop. Pag nagre-rehearsal tayo, I use cellphone and laptop to do the rehearsal. Internet supplied by cellphone, laptop, everything else. We didn't need anything else to run this whole thing. So pwede naman eh. So let's see what happens. Maganda yan. Ang hope ko within the year na identify na yan saan kami lilipat by next year. We're moving to the beach or to the mountains. Dalawa naman yan eh. Mountains, hills, and beach. Yung tatlo na yan. Lilipat kami in any one of those 3 places. And then. Alright, thank you very much guys. And thank you Melvin for joining us. And
Welcome.
let me just, thank you. And Sir Chief daw, pasalamat ka. Okay. You can stay up, you can stay put and put in your own comments. Bahala ka, hindi na kita i-mute. Ikaw nang bahala. Okay. Dapat may picture, teka lang. Basahin ko yung comments for Roel. Sabi niya, family first, ang pogi, mali pala, as method, may pogi pa ulit-ulit. Ayun, sabi niya, nakalagay kasi ako ang tissue. Hindi ko yan, maybe hindi ko type nun. Ang sabi mo? Nagala, hindi ko na, bahala na. Iyakin because he loves his family, sabi ni Dulce. Because sa mga hindi nag-attend, umiyak siya. In the first place, nauna akong umiyak. So, sumunod lang si Roel sa kakaiyak. Sabi ni Dudes, huwag mag-alala, parehas lang tayong umiyak. Akala ko magiging trend dyan sa buong sabing dated figure na iiyak yung mga speakers. Buti naman hindi. Si Melvin din naman umiyak. Okay, nagpaiyak lang siya. Thanks for all the tips and tricks. Use your template for future clients. And sabi ni Abby, your story is inspiring. Sabi ni Yuan, hardcore. Next is Pinky, who's part of yung travel agency, virtual travel agency na coverage. A brave lady. Pag napanood yung talk nila Pinky, hanga ka talaga, grabe. Pang pelikula, pang kirigma. Pang kirigma magazine yung talk ni Pinky, sobra. Pang feast, pang kirigma conference yung talk niya. Pang klase. Okay? Share the same story. Pareho sila na story ni Roel. Pang pelikula din. Mukhang si Pinky is gonna be one of the people speaking in Wealth Summit next year. Hindi pa niya alam. So, nauna kayo. So, kung Pinky nandito ka, alam mo na. Invite kita sa Gateway Summit. Sa Wealth Summit sa PICC next year. Okay? And sabi, your story is inspirational. Don't forget your big whys. Yeah, that's a big deal. Sabi ni Yuan, blown away by her life story. I don't know if I would have the courage you had to pull yourself up despite life setbacks. Sobra. Galing. Galing ng kwento niya. As in, if you have to live a life like that, grabe. Hindi obvious, dami ng pictures niya sa ibang bansa. 40 countries. Hindi obvious, no? So anyway, so si Jay is one half of the virtual travel agencies, and so many perks being a travel agent aside from you're helping people travel with ease. Ganda ng perks, free food, free tours. So if you didn't hear that, you missed a lot. Dami nilang tinuro on the travel agency business. as a virtual professional. It's really different. Okay. And Rachel Buiza, no? Buiza, Rachel Buiza. Sabi niya, sobrang energy, sabi ni Mary Ann de la Cruz, makes them realize the importance of marketing. She showed us her conversation with her client. It's so funny. It's another funny story. Liza was having fun. This girl was laughing on the floor with her client. It's really so funny. Kakatawa talaga. Hindi always. And one of the things I admire about Rachel is when you hear her, ang galing. I can't pinpoint why, pero ang galing. Nako. Galing, sobra. Sabi ni Ann sa chatroom, thunder and lightning pag nag-usap si Rachel at si Ann. Siguro nga. Ann Piñaredondo, by the way. And I think that's it. Unless you guys have comments regarding our guest, yung si Jonalyn, kapatid ni Annalyn, at saka si Alan Buza, asawa. Wala kang pictures nila, so sorry. You might want to remember something. I have to go and sneeze, so I'll see you later. Stay there, and you might want to talk to Lucia. She's here. Yep, this was your foot. All right. Anyway, just want to discuss something else. Nasa na ba yung pictures? Let me show. Let me find the pictures. Yun na pala yan. Okay, so let me escape that and look at other pictures of the... Tingin kamay ni Lucia, papataba siya. Pictures of the event. You see that. Naam siya ang picture binigay si Si Eric konti lang Ito kay Anto. Pictures ni Ann. So this is me reading. Kasi I read the introductions. That's Yuhan. Sana may picture sa lahat para maganda. Yuhan again. Table nila Ann. This is Rowell. Table nila Ann. Ayan, ito na si Rachel. Ayan. This is me. Okay. That's ating interview namin on stage. This is Brother Bo. Ayan. Ayan, okay. And,
What?
sila Pinky, sila Noemi, sila Jay. This is, and si Melvin, si Rudyard, volunteer. Si Sixto. Galing nakuha ni Ann yung mga individual talks, yes. Buti. And it's us at the back because makulit kami. We do stuff at the back. Si Rowan, data science, geek. Hindi mo akalain, may asawa na pala, parang bata in boses. Boses kasi bata And this is Jay, Sartu. People nanggugulo sa likod. Nakatayo na. Parang hindi, ewan ko, nakatayo sila habang nakikinig no? Nakatayo sila. Ang mga mister. This is Sir Chief. Yeah, Sir Chief during the virtual careers. And si Annalyn Roque. I'll remove my video na. Annalyn Roque doing the talk about, I think last talk of the evening, she talks about mga requirements niya as a virtual manager. It's really good stuff. You should not have missed that talk. Si ibang-iba yung perspectives. Casey, the volunteer, si Yuhan, the speaker. Yan. So, ito yung nagkagulo na kami sa dulo. Kasi gano'n naman talaga, di ba? I-feature na tayo sa stage pagtapos na yung event. Okay. Before we go, just want to give an announcement to everyone. Thank you, Anne, for the pictures. Kasi, konti yung pictures ko kasi syempre nakakapag-picture mag-isa. But I just want to tell everyone, remind everyone, no? Na today, this is the week where we start the Instagram marketing batch 3. So you might as well check out the Instagram marketing class. It's the 3rd batch, and you'll learn using your cell phone. Okay, so today's the start of that. Okay, and it's gonna be fun again as we learn all about Instagram marketing and the brand new things that we've updated so far. So we're gonna start around October 18 this week. So make sure you join that. It's in Virtual Careers Academy. And the second one is the Client Attraction ASAP course, which will also run this week. Will start this week. Yun naman, we're gonna use Facebook instead of Instagram. And it's a way for you to understand how do you approach clients to make them impressed on the first try. And the Client Attraction course itself is a bonus to those who for some of the people who attended the Virtual Careers course, the Date with Freedom. So, what do I mean? So, kung kumuha ka ng VIP ticket, kung kumuha ka ng premium ticket sa Date with Freedom, you get into the Client Attraction course for free. Okay? So marami tayo, di ba? So you might not know that you have a 1-month or 2-month subscription sa Client Attraction course, but you already have it. Okay? So you'll be receiving an email if you attended and you got yourself a premium ticket. You get 1 month starting this month for the Client Attraction course. And then if you got the ticket na VIP tickets, you get 2 months. Maybe it was 3 months. I can't remember. Basta you're part of the Client Attraction course. And all you need is Facebook. So you'll learn 2 things. You will learn apps that I've not taught before. Once you learn those apps, we're going to use those apps to attract clients. So that's the Client Attraction course. So it's totally practical. Papasok ako sa Facebook group ng ibang tao. I'm going to attract clients there. And then you're going to see what I'm going to do. Okay? And then I will tell you to copy what I did or what I do. Okay? I'm just going to copy that. And pag kopya nyo, you may be able to attract clients on the first week. Okay? Okay ba? So if you are able to attract clients on the first week, that's probably a good idea, right? Whether you're ready to get hired or not important. The important thing here is you are attractive to clients. So pwede ka na ngayon magkapili ng kliyente. Instead of the client, hinipili mo, nahihirapan ka pa, ganun, ikaw na ang lalapitan ng kliyente because pipiliin mo sinong gusto mo eh. Diba? So that's the Client Attraction ASAP course. This used to be called Fantastic Freedom Apps, but I changed the frame or changed the approach because I knew it's more valuable than just telling you, oh, okay, use this app. No. It's more valuable to just know how to use this app, this brand new app, or this old app na ini-ignore mo lang, and how to attract clients. So in my mind, that's way more valuable, okay, than just knowing an app na secret. Now, the apps are sort of secret because most of the apps that you will learn, I've not mentioned anywhere else. It's actually a personal secret for the last 3 years of mine. So I would be revealing these apps sa Client Attraction ASAP course. And as I reveal it, I will use it. I will show you how I use it. Then I will show strangers on the internet, potential clients, on how to use the app. How how I will use the app to get their attention. So I won't teach them how to use the app. I will teach you how to use the app. So ganun lang kasimple yung approach ng client attraction ASAP. But it is a daily program. Weekday lang, okay? It's a daily program. You open your cell phone every day. You take a look at what I do, which is a Facebook story, by the way, and then you do it yourself, okay? And then when you're ready, the next day, I'll teach you another app or maybe a modification of the original app. Depends on how fast or how slow to use the app. And then we do it all over again. We go to somebody else's Facebook group. We talk to clients there. We don't try to get them to hire us. We just try to attract them first to ourselves. Okay. Then eventually, some of them will say, "Can I hire you?" Okay. So somebody, si Ann, meron siyang sinishare na blog post. You might want to read it. Okay. But I haven't read it, obviously, because I'm in the webinar. So I'll read it later on. Okay. So the client attraction app, to go check this out, it's going to start this week. If you join later, you'll be missing the apps. It's okay if you miss the apps. That's the design of the course, actually. If you miss the apps, you don't feel regret. You just miss it. Okay. Just go to virtualcareersbook.com/client attraction, and I will be putting, wala pa naman yan, I'll be putting the details of the course there. Again, this is a bonus if you get a premium or a VIP ticket to the Date with Freedom. You still can if you get a downloadable version, okay? So this is free for 1 month for Date with Freedom people. Na premium. Oops, sorry. Or the VIP. Basta you paid for your ticket. Yan. Iba na yan. Okay? So that's just my only announcement for tonight. I still want to spend more time looking at pictures, pero tinulugan na ako ni Lucia, so maybe kayo din. Tama? Kaya marami tayo dito, nabawasan na. So, thank you so much for joining me tonight. I think it's time. Yeah, 1 minute to go before the declared hour. Thank you so much for being here. Yan. Okay, ano ang tanong? Ano yung tanong? FB Ads 404. Somebody's asking, Ann. Ann is asking, FB Ads 404 plus VA 202. Ang tawag doon, digital advertising bundle. Yeah. The FB Ads 404 course happening in November, it's bundled with VA 202 as part of the digital advertising masterclass. Nasa Virtual Careers Academy yan ngayon. Okay? Ano yung bonus ticket, Cheryl? Sige nga, sabihin pa, alam sa akin, yung matandaan. Ang client attraction, wala pa siya sa VCA. I didn't design VCA to be inside. I didn't design client attraction apps to be offered as part of the Virtual Careers Academy. Okay. To attend the Facebook Ads 404 alone, so right now the price is really low, 3.5. Yeah. Yung mag-isa lang, hanapin natin. It's in Virtual Careers Academy, yung FB Ads 404. Yeah, you should get that. It's at a lower rate today, 3.5 lang. Primarily because it's early. Okay. Plus, I'm gonna change the schedule kasi apparently kasabayan ng Kerigma family, Kerigma conference. And that's not a good thing to do, Kasabay ng Kerigma conference, seminar ako. Most of the people I serve are in Kerigma conference, so I will have to move that date. Probably November 18. Most likely November 18. Not sure. I know Facebook Ads Masterclass. It's there. Let me show it to you. Facebook Ads Masterclass is in Virtual Careers Academy. I'll give you the link. Together, you can get that masterclass, okay, along with VA 202 here. Yeah, that's the FB Ads Masterclass. Dalawa sila. Pero yung Ads 404 itself, that's digital. That's the 3.5. I don't have the link to the 3.5. Anybody has the link to the 3.5? Wala dito ata. Wala pa yan sa Virtual Careers Academy as far as I know. Kasi nga, maliit. Maliit pa yung price eh. Okay. Plus, sa totoo lang, hindi pa ako ready. Kaya, hindi pa ako ready gagawin pa sales letter and stuff like that. Rather just offer to you at a low price right now. Facebook ads 404. That's an update to the VA 202. If you want to learn the brand new rules of Facebook advertising today, because they changed a lot, no? Make sure you get Facebook ads 404. Do you guys have the link? I'm going to tell you na, sa November, isa-schedule ko na yan sa November 18. Okay? November 18. Yan si Isabel nandyan. Diyan ko na i-move. Kasi the week after, yan yung kirigma, yun yung original. So, hindi ko pwede isabay. Okay? So, that's November 18. Tapos si Ann, di ba, lagi naghasalita, outing. Sino may gusto ng outing? Sige nga, tingnan natin. Outing, bigyan ko yung date. Madali lang. Malapit na eh. November 11. O, yan. So, mag-outing. Ayan. Sinabi ko na yung date. November 11. Game kayo. Outing. Ayan. Saan nga lang? Yun ang tanong. Saan? Sabado, syempre. Alam mo mga people, hindi naman lahat virtual. So, Sabado. Outing. Anong budget nyo? Kasi ako gusto ko maganda. Kasi yung iba naman gusto, cheap. Cheap lang. Pwede naman cheap lang, hindi lang kagandahan. Ayun na, FB Ads 404. Sinabi niya ng Isabel. Okay? So that's, yeah. Okay. Nag-iisip pa ako saan eh. So, relax lang kayo. So, FB Ads 404, the new date is going to be on November 18. I still have to establish where it is going to be held. Okay? Is anybody here attending the copywriting this weekend? There's a copywriting 202 session. Is anybody attending that? It's a live event. Some of you have it as a bonus for getting into the Fantastic Future Apps program and the Client Attraction ASAP program. The bonus event is there. Okay? This weekend. Let me know if you're part of that, because I'm planning on moving both the time and the venue. I'm not moving the dates. It's still this weekend. For members of the Copywriting Masterclass, tuloy tayo this weekend, but we're gonna do it in Ortigas and it's gonna be in the morning. So, hindi pa definite lahat yun actually. Bukas ko pa ma-sure. Yan. Ano yung PTC? Prayer meeting. First PTC namin. Ano yun? November 18. Parent-teacher conference. Maganda mag-attend parent-teacher. Ayun. So that's the upcoming copywriting event this weekend. I'll check first the details. Then I'll announce tomorrow kung matutuloy tayo kung saan man. Date, time, and venue. Because I'm changing the venue also. Okay, November 18, that's the live event for Facebook ads. So stay tuned for that. That will probably also be happening in Ortigas Center, which is behind Robinson's Gallery. Literally, sa likod na galleria, that building, that big building. So it's different, but with that, I hope to be able to get a bigger place, okay, and more accessible place for everyone. Okay? Plus, pwede tayong mag-sine after. Okay. God bless everyone. Thank you so much. Please let your friends know, lalo yung mga members ng Copywriting Masterclass, that I'm still deciding kung saan natin itutuloy yung this weekend. Okay? Saan kaya maganda? Mag-suggest kaya kayo ng venue. Mag-suggest kayo ng venue na hindi Tagaytay. Alam mo yung gano'n? I don't like that. Gusto ko magandang resort. Okay? And of course, plus yun kung masarap pagkain. Kasi may alam ako magandang resort, hindi masarap pagkain. May alam ako masarap pagkain, pero okay lang yung resort. So, where would you want it? Are we gonna do it again in Balaindang? Kasi masarap pagkain doon. Or we're gonna do it again in this other place na mahal pero hindi sa pagkain. So, you guys can come up with suggestions, right? For the outing. November 11 outing. I hope you can. Alright? Thank you. Sabi ni Ann, gusto niya Balaindang. Alam niyo kung bakit? Buffet. Alam mo kung bakit? Masarap. Ako game ako Balaindang. Masarap na masarap ang buffet nila. Tapos super cozy. Nga lang, hindi yan social. Ano lang, exclusive lang. Balaindang is in Indang, Cavite. It's near Tagaytay. It's actually stone's throw from Tagaytay. But it's not part of Tagaytay. Really very near. So 5 minutes by car. Ganun. Wala ka talagang worry mag-food. Ang sarap sa pagkain nila. Nice. Really nice. Dahil pang tambayan. Pwede ka mag-senti. Okay. So, okay. We're decided. Balaindang tayo. November 11. Si horsepower. We'll bring horsepower back so we can talk about benefits as a BA. Okay? So, yeah. Si Karina, wala kasi nasa ibang bansa. Buti ka pa. Next year, we'll do an event. We're gonna have a planning session on February. Success Vision Planning. Maghumanda na kayo doon. Okay? Maghanda na kayo. Success Vision. Gusto ko mag-overnight. Well, there's gonna be an option for overnight. There's gonna be an option for balikan. Para it's open for everyone. But please prepare yourself. We have a Success Vision Planning next year. It's a new version of the success replanning na ginawa this year. Again, it's a secret venue. Haven't decided on the venue. And it's gonna be fun because you're gonna plan your whole life. Okay? So I expect everyone who's still in the webinar, February next year, hanap tayo ng date para happiness, di ba? I think I did it on a Saturday pa rin para madaling mag-commute. Next year, February, we're gonna do it on, 24. Tapos na. Nakuha ko na. Ay, may ako dito nakalagay. Wow, is it true? I'm setting it at February 24. So, it's, success. Hindi siya success. Designing. I forgot. Well-designed success retreat. Yun ang pangalan. Well-designed success retreat. That's the name of the February 24 na event. There. Okay. My friend loved you, si Lala, Melvin. No work, no classes again tomorrow according to the government, and sabi na patay, wala na namang classes bukas. Oh dear, kagalit ng mga anak ko. Lagot, magagalit na naman ang anak ko. Gusto nilang pumasok kasi minsan lang sila pumunta sa school. The kids hate it because they like school. Ganun talaga pag once ka lang a week pumasok, you love to go to class. Lagot, kaya nga pwet si Lucia dito. Alam mo yung gamit nila, nakaabang na sa door. Kasi ready na silang gumising bukas. Wala na naman pasok. Saka nang gagawin ko, walang pasok bukas. Pamote. Okay. So, what am I gonna do? Who wants to meet tomorrow? Pasok. Yung homeschool kasi namin may klase. May Story Ragnarok na ba bukas? Tinulungan ko pang gumawa ng anak ko ng video presentation tapos walang pasok. Aba, Melvin, ang gawin mo, lumabas kayo ng anak mo. Kayo dalawa lang. Tapos, sabihin mo sa kanya, saan mo gusto pumunta? Siya pag-decidin mo lahat. Tapos sabihin mo sa kanya, anong gusto mong gawin? Anong gusto mong kainin? Sabihin mo lahat. Sabihin mo lahat. Ganun. Just tell everyone. Just tell him what he wants. And then you do it. Elvin. Yung gawin mo. That's called the one-on-one parent and child date. Okay? Yun. You should do that. You should do that. May walang pasok, di ba? Lumabas kayo. It doesn't have to be expensive. You can also just do it sa labas ng bahay, literally. If there's a garden nearby, just go to a garden nearby and just tell your child, hey, let's go out. Whatever you want to do, let's do it. Pumayag ka lang. Tapos never use the time to scold the child. Just listen. Just listen. Just do that. Okay, magsini Kasi magsini ka, hindi mag-usap eh. Unless sabi ng anak mo, magsini kayo. Yun, magsini kayo. Otherwise, just ask him what he wants and do it. Virtual lasingan daw si Eds. Paano ba yan? Sino ba si Eds? Adrian? Yung Southerners, taga-East ako. Okay. Si Adrian. Ayun pala. Itong chatroom na to, tuloy na lang natin sa Slack. Dapat sa Slack to. Member na kayo lahat ng Slack? Buksan natin. Tuloy nyo lang sa Slack yung usapan. For those na hindi alam, meron tayong Slack group. Pumunta kayo sa Slack group. It's free. Pumunta kayo dyan, sumali kayo, at masaya. Okay. Kasi Slack, because we need a place to do chatting, and at the same time, we don't really know if Facebook will survive. At the same time, we don't really know if Facebook will kick us out basta-basta. So all that stuff, no? So we're just doing that to make sure na we're safe. So that's why we have a Slack group. And isa pa, if you're a virtual professional, the Slack is a favorite of clients. So learning how to use Slack in a fun environment like this one, it makes it easier for you. Okay? Okay, so go to that Slack group. It's virtual careers. You have to be invited to be able to join. Actually, I teach some stuff in Slack na I do not teach in Virtual Careers Academy to reward the people who are in Slack. Okay? So, pag meron kayong narinig na, bakit hindi ko nakuha yun? That's because hindi ko tinuro dyan. Tinuro ko sa Slack. Okay. So, pag feeling generous ako, yan, tuturo ko sa Slack. Actually, some of the stuff I teach in Slack, those are the samples that you will learn sa client attraction. Okay? Client attraction ASAP. Some of the stuff, pinapakita ko lang sa Slack. I just don't use it to attract clients. I just tell you, here's the app. Okay? Oy, gabi na daw. Okay. Bye! Thank you so much for joining us. And please check out Virtual Careers Academy for Instagram marketing, and check out Virtual Careers Academy for Copyright 202, and check it out, Client Attraction ASAP, virtualcareersbook.com/client attraction. Okay, ang dami. Sensya na. Yan talaga. Okay, God bless. Thank you. I'll see you again. We're gonna look at pictures again, next Monday because it's fun. Lots of people lined up for the webinars this coming few months. So stay tuned. Invite your friends. Para naman maabot natin yung limit ng Zoom na 100. Okay? Thank you. God bless. Yan, yung contest too. Bye. Good night. Sir Chief, Noemi, Marianne, all, dudes, Casey, good night. Lucelle, Melody. Hi, Melody. Noemi, Michelle, Lynn, Jesslyn, Ivy, Eds, Claudia. Yung iba dyan, baguhan, di nagsasalita. Hi, good night. Noemi is in Indonesia. Noemi, sa Bali ka ba? Magyaya ka naman, no? Book mo kami ng conference room dyan. Pero sa sa Bali, hindi sa mainland. Okay, para masaya. Bogor, I don't even know where that is. Okay. Mag-visit tayo sa Hong Kong. Oh, basta mayroong venue. Kailangan lang ng taong magbibigay ng venue. Layo, 3 hours from Jakarta. Grabe. Sir Chip. Sa Slack pala si Sir Chip. Si Melvin si Sir Chip sa Slack. Promise. Good night. Hayaan ko lang to hanggang maubos kayo.